Hello. Now that we're in December, I have a submission I would like to put forward for biggest L taken this year. And yes, this is just a thing I want to talk about that I'm very late on and didn't talk about at the time, but it's just so funny I have to talk about it. We could probably call it an assorted beefs. It'd be like person versus their pride for the rest of their life. It's rough. Okay, so there's this K-pop idol. This story doesn't have anything actually to do with K-pop, so just heads up. So of course he's young and talented and hot and the whole thing. And he in particular is fairly well known for being like particularly hot. Like he's considered a visual member of his group. His group went on tour this year, and since they got back from the tour, he, as part of something, had told a story about a situation where he was hit on in a gym at like a hotel they were staying at one of their European stops, I want to say. And truly, him talking about it, the experience, is possibly one of the most brutal things I think I've ever heard. He starts off the story by laughing and saying, "Hey, you want to hear something pretty funny?" Already out the gate, devastating. Then he proceeds to describe going to the gym. It was the morning. And he says there was someone else who was in there who was working out, obviously. And throughout the whole story, he makes a specific point to not specify the gender, which could mean nothing. But he basically says he's down there, he's working out. This person and he make eye contact. The person says, "Good morning." He says good morning back, goes back to what he's doing. The person then offers him a bottle of water, to which he declines, saying that he has his own. I'm sure there's also safety protocols, all kinds of stuff. So he goes back to his workout, but then later, when he's in between sets, this person comes up to him again and asks him where he's from. And this part in particular has really stuck with me, and I just don't feel like enough people talked about it when it first happens. Because he's like, "So, I say I'm from Korea." And then they go, "Oh, okay." And then they proceed to say all of the Korean that they know. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. And then I go back to my workout. Pack it up. That would have been it for me. That would have been it. Like the vibe is so aggressively. So then he started saying all the Korean that they know. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. So again, thoroughly dismissed. Then when he's going to pack up to leave, this person comes up again and asks for his Instagram. And the thing about this guy is that, yes, he is incredibly hot and talented and whatever and the whole thing. He's also like deeply unserious, like gremlin level. Like this came out of his brain. Look at this thing. I love it so much. And he's basically packed up. He knows he's about to walk out the door, so he just gives it to them. He's like, yeah, watches them type it in and then leaves as they're typing it in. This is his Instagram, by the way, for reference. So if you're this person, you just spent the last 20 minutes minimum really shooting your shot, and then this is what you look at as they're leaving. I think I would simply melt into the walls. Now, if we do a little bit of situational analysis, using the context clues that we have, I think we can make some deductions. This person that hit on him approached him 3 times in the gym, unprompted, with dry, dismissed responses. Also, because he's an idol, he was absolutely wearing a mask and probably also a hat in the gym. So this person didn't even really get a good look at his face. This person also offered him a water bottle, very likely sealed, but still. I am like 98% confident that this person was a man who hit on him. And that makes it even funnier because the way he described it when he was telling the story really made it seem like this happens to him a lot. So let's just recap it all. So if you're this guy, you're staying in a hotel for some reason, maybe you're on a work trip, maybe it's a whatever, you go to the gym, you see someone that like looks kind of cute, looks like they're in shape, you keep trying to like talk to them, they're pretty dry, they're pretty like focused on whatever. You keep trying, you're like, well, maybe, and you get their Instagram at the end, and you go and you see this, then you take whatever amount of time you need to process all of that. But let's say that this person followed him. Then they're more likely to get content relating to him, with him tagged in it, etc., which includes this clip of him talking about you hitting on him, where the whole tone of it is like, this funny thing happened and this guy was doing this. Like, what if he told his friends? Like, what if it was like a fun, oh, I accidentally hit on this K-pop idol. And then what if they look into it? And then what if they saw the video? The L just keeps compounding. The limit does not exist.